What's going on, everybody? Suck Addict here, brought to you by FMN Gaming in association with the Dandy Cats as per usual. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of Dungeon Alchemist work. We have a session tomorrow that I am DMing for. It's going to be called Stalking the Zoo, so my party, hope they're not watching this because it'll be a bit of a spoiler for them. My party's going to have to go out into the jungles and find a large meat-eating dinosaur. Perhaps I've been watching Jurassic Park lately, who's to say? Alright, let's get into it, shall we? So this is the map that I just created, my first map I was experimenting with. I want to go for kind of a jungle environment, but they don't really have those assets in this program yet. It's very early access, just came out about a month or two ago, but I'm loving it, as I've said in my previous video about this subject. So I've worked with the assets to create this here, kind of some giant mushrooms, plants. I will be playing in this perspective here, since I used Roll20 as the VTT, Virtual Tabletop. I got a little dig site here for a little chest of treasures that my party will come across these lads, whoever they might be, digging that up, and morality decisions will ensue. But I need maybe 2 or 3 more of these maps, so I'm just going to go over how I created some of these assets and just kind of show you around the program. It's really cool, and I'm going to be doing this all day, so I figured I might as well make a video on it. So, go for a new map. I'm gonna do grassland. No, I did forest for this one, so I'm just gonna do a forest flat. Broadleaf forest is what I started with here. With no water. Let's do some hills. Okay, that is quite populated. I'm gonna do a different setting because I don't want to have to go through and delete all that stuff. And I'm gonna make it a lot bigger too. Make this a bigger one. Do broadleaf clearing, maybe that'll be a little bit more manageable. Okay, so I was gonna just come back and after it's all been deleted, but that's taken just way too long. There's no tool that does it yet. It's gonna be released pretty soon, as they've talked about on their official release section on their Discord. So I'm just gonna do a no vegetation one and just go from scratch. So bada bing, bada boom. Let's go from here. Okay, so let's see. First thing we're gonna need is not a pedestal, shit, a platform. Yes, we'll need a platform here. So this is gonna be your sizing tool, essentially. So you can put a few different ones of these out if you want. Couple different sizes. We're just gonna create our assets now. At least the ones that I was using for my last one. Okay, so mushrooms, for sure. And I found you can put multiple of these on one platform. And it generally works okay. And then you make the platform bigger. We don't need the mushrooms that big. But yeah, you make the platform bigger, and then you got your large mushrooms to work with there. Then the ferns. Anything that kind of looks jungle-ish is what I'm going for here, so... I'm thinking it's going to take place on Cholt, just because it's basically Dino Island and whatnot. I've never actually played that module, but I really want to. I've only played D&D a couple times. I've been DMing most of my time. So I've only played in a couple of sessions, basically one-shots and things like that. But if I was to play a module, it would be the Cholt one. What's it called? I'm blanking on it. Come on, come on. Tomb of Horror? No, son of a bitch. It'll come to me. If anybody's watching this, then they're probably yelling at me. Tell me what it is. Not Tomb of Horrors. Is it? Anyway. I'll think of it right when I end this video, I'm sure. Okay, well, those are big enough here. That one, I want that bigger. There we go. Yeah, you can make any item in the game or in this program smaller or bigger using these little platforms. Very handy. I guess it works with tables as well, but I find it easier on these. Alright, let's get a little thing of mushrooms. Okay. Move these on over here because they are still way too small. So if you try resizing them after you've used the pedestals, they will revert back to their normal size, so you kind of have to, you know, drag them, make them bigger first, and then use the pedestals to... Yeah, that seems reasonable. And then, you know what, let's make some even bigger ones out of these. Little white ones are real small. And then you can duplicate these afterwards, so any of the things we have over here, you can just hold down the shift button and click that and make as many as you want. Yeah, you really don't need much to kind of set a jungle scene. When it comes to actually using this map, I'm probably thinking this is going to be the one where they're going to encounter said Tyrannosaur on. Probably going to be fighting some kind of Ankylosaurus. I haven't actually looked through the DMG yet to see what they baseline have. I'm probably going to use the T-Rex one, but I homebrew most of my monsters just because I like to keep it interesting. One, and two, I find that my party is a lot smarter than I am, and they will just absolutely destroy anything that I don't know. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be hard, and then they just absolutely decimate it in about, well, 6 seconds, one round of combat. So, you know, this is I just homebrew stuff instead. Tends to go a little better, and allows me to cater my monsters to my party. We got a Chronergy High Elf Wizard. We got a Goliath Echo Knight. What else we got? An Aasimar Conquest Paladin. Tiefling Assassin Rogue, you know, cheeky fella. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If they had broken stuff, I would totally be making broken ruins out here. But I feel like that's decent for our starting assets. Trees, I'm not really sure I'm gonna use any trees, to be honest. I'm probably just gonna stick with plants. And these you can change the size of quite a bit already, so I don't really need to do the pedestal thing. But let's just see. Fuck it, we'll throw that one in somewhere. Okay, because this is a pretty large map, so I'm not showing the grid right now. I'm not sure if I can turn that on after the fact, after I already made it. Nah, but this will be a pretty big map in Roll20. So these are some pretty large sized plants and foliage, whatnot. Yeah, like these are supposed to be large rocks in this game, and they are, but... Alright, now we can kind of start assembling this into what we think we want this to look like. We want to give a decent amount of cover to our players. I want them getting insta-whacked. Yeah, see, that's the resizing thing that it'll do, but that's okay. I want to make basically clusters of these look a little more natural, in my opinion. I'm gonna keep those by the water. We'll do some ferns. And yes, let's put in some water while we're at it. Oh yeah, terrain tools. Duh, I've only done this 1,000 fucking times. I was just thinking of doing like a little pond. Maybe where the ankylosaur was drinking, minding its business when it was brutally set upon by the tyrannosaur. See, that's a little too much. Present some difficult terrain for the party to in the fight. It'll be kind of cool. Just smooth that out. I'm gonna raise the terrain a bit over here to make that a little smaller. Okay. But yeah, now I kind of think these look a bit more, I guess, water-based plants. I'm gonna keep these around here, predominantly. This music I'm using for this is music by the Fighters, I believe. I'm sorry if I butchered your guys' name, but I'll put the link down in the description. They have music for anything you can imagine. When it comes to what I put behind games and things like that, they have anything you're trying to find a mood for, they have on there. They have playlists for everything. Like, I just decided I wanted some dinosaur medieval fantasy stuff to drop behind this video. Found it instantly. But yeah, those guys do good stuff. Okay. I always like to put sand-ish looking terrain. Just the lighter dirt terrain around the riverbed. Around the water. Find it gives it a little more natural look, and then use some of this around too. I'm gonna do a smaller brush size, but maybe not that small. Just to kind of break up the ground a bit. And it's coming together. Okay. Feel like that looks a little bit better. Leave these couple of these out, just in case I need to do some resizing, or rocks. Decent amount of rocks already on the ground in here, which is nice. I just want to kind of add some. They look really good in this program, in my opinion, when they're poking out through the water. Kind of like that there. Love the way that looks. Okay. What else? Yeah, I'll put some rocks down kind of where I put the dirt. And then after I got the rocks down, then I can kind of fill in the rest with the foliage I got everywhere. Alright, it's coming together. Alright. I'm not gonna go too crazy on all these, you don't really need to. Even that's enough to give it kind of the feel I was going for. Just put some on this side. People can use it for cover. Well, a little bit of natural cover. Alright. Even if I wasn't using this program for my campaign, it's just fun. It's just kind of fun to do this, honestly. And I don't think they were expecting to have the amount of success that they did. I didn't even know about the Kickstarter. If I had, I would have definitely donated to them. But yeah, they've had a lot of success, and in their Discord I mentioned earlier, I'll put the link in the description down below. But they have a lot of future plans coming out, like Ruins, and man, there's too many things to even name. They've got a lot out there, but yeah, things like spider webs and like I don't know, cocoons. More things to do in caverns and underground, as well as tools to allow like rooms on different heights and circular rooms. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on it on Steam. Only $20 now. If you're a dungeon master who likes to make his own maps, I was using Dungeon Painter Studio for a while. I don't know, this thing is just monstrously better, and it's got a lot of just certain little features I'm still trying to figure out, and figuring out through watching other people's YouTube videos and whatnot, as well as the tips and tricks in their Discord. People are extremely helpful if you ever have a question about things. For example, this resizing thing, I just looked around in there for about 20 minutes to try to figure out how to, I don't know, I guess make what I would think would be a kind of a Dinotopia-esque, like Jurassic Park-like kind of vibe. I think this is pretty good, honestly. I'm gonna move some of these, add a little bit more plant life, but for the most part, I do like this. Okay. What's the one this one? Yeah, looks good. Oh fuck, looks great. Oh god. Okay, mess around with the lighting settings a little bit. Wanted to give it more of a warmer feel. Even that, I feel like that's good. Okay. What do I want to do here? And mess around with the terrain a little bit, and then honestly probably call it. Looking pretty good. I don't want to go too crazy, but doing this, if you raise it to a point, it will start to show stone layer. Yeah, like that. I feel like if you do that in a couple areas, it gives it a little better visuals. Add a bit more depth. That's one thing this program, well, another thing this program does that is just incredible for Roll20 is it really captures, like from top-down view, a lot of the depth and dynamics that you miss from a lot of tabletop map packs you would download or things you just, you know, find on Google or things like that. Get out of this. Check it out and how my players will be looking at it. Yeah, just like that. So obviously the majority of the fight will be happening right here in the middle. Didn't want that. This is where they'll actually encounter the Ankylosaur fighting the Tyrannosaurus, and then they'll have plenty of cover and things run and attempt to hide behind. But yeah, you know, I'm happy with it. Thank you for watching this video, and if you stuck around till the end, I really appreciate it. It's a very new channel, so, you know, do the usual thing, give the like button a boof, subscribe if you want. I do have some playthroughs I'm doing on Exanima and Enderall, and I will be continuing to release those episodes as I have time to do them, between D&D and work, and yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyways, this has been another Suck Attic little Let's Play stream. Until next time, stay frosty, and thank you again.